Okay, welcome to this lecture on price. Is price value and value price? So today is about pricing as part of a broader brand strategy. Essentially though, this is about what price do we put on relationship with a brand and what price is put on the relationship with consumers. So price is more about relationship than it is about money. That is, what relationship do we have with each of our brands and how that is valued on many different criteria. Remember that as consumers, we are always seeking value, and the value exchange is still at the very heart of all marketing. Keep in mind, there are many brands around in Australia right now who've been a good example of how this theory might apply. This slide here contains brands, all which have gone or had to radically change their business operations in the last 2 years. And it's quite an extensive list if you look at those images right there. So value. Sometimes value is explicit in marketing. Customers understand and know the value of a relationship. Usually that is best done and signaled through price, as in money. But it is when that value becomes too noticeable, the differential threshold, or J&D, is breached. That value moves to becoming a cost with the consumer and on the relationship. Value and brand relationship. Value in a relationship in a brand context can be attached to the following: experiences, uniqueness, ego, resonance, of course, performance, imagery, and personality. Each of these elements here can be a way a brand may want to highlight the value in a relationship between it and a consumer. But value can also be the new evil, the new must-have accessory, which we'll do a lot of bad things to get. So, by itself, it can be also used as a segmentation strategy. If Madame or Sir needs to ask the price, then Madame or Sir can't afford it. I can make you do things you don't really want to so that you can get more value from me. So we can exclude some from value. We can make value a sought-after benefit in its own right, such as the Chairman's Lounge membership to the right. An aspirational goal that alters your behaviour, which is our job as marketers. Price is a benchmark, but should it be? Price in a monetary sense is also important. Most of the time consumers use price, or money, as a benchmark, both top and bottom. As that classic economic theory says, there is also the elasticity of demand, with only roughly 5% of all brands in most categories having that inelastic or constant demand regardless of price. The image on the right-hand side highlights that theory. Think here of a relationship context. Most of the reasons why customers walk away from brands or feel strong dissonance about them is because of failings from a quality and service perspective. Usually value does not have a significant influence. It's more that we feel we're not valued in a non-monetary sense that makes us walk away from brands. As Keller's customer-based brand equity shows and highlights through its own name, we want resonance between brand and us, not just a financial return. In other words, we look for equity, and that equity is value. As this recent ACCC report shows, loyalty actually costs consumers in some areas. The image on the right-hand side is how we might value personal relationships, courtesy of the HBR. You can see their correlation with price premium and correlation with market share. And it's interesting how they've done it in a very much a brand positioning perspective. So, pricing in a brand context should be and must be long-term. Setting the right price should be about developing a relationship with the consumer which resonates with them. Transactional pricing, even if done in a dynamic situation like travel, can come across as taking advantage of the consumer, destroying any sense of a relationship being sought. And you can see on the right-hand side, the image has fundamentals of creating a successful pricing strategy. Good one to look at and a very modern image. But pricing can influence strategy, of course. In some sectors, such as retail, price influences strategy because those sectors usually have price-sensitive consumers, such as retail. And this is life right now. We will see people be price-sensitive on most low-involvement brands for a while yet, or in other words, until this recession is over. So work with the market and see how that can help create customer-based brand equity. To the right-hand side are some pricing strategies used every day of the week in Australia and the rest of the world. So, pricing strategy, some basics. There are some very basic pricing strategies out there for sure, and you can see that on that image on the right-hand side. But be careful, by using just these, you're signaling what exactly your strategy is, making it easy for competitors to identify how to attack you, but difficult for consumers to value based on other attributes such as service. Sales promotions. Sales promotions as a strategy. Sales promotion do the following things. They defend market share, they reinforce image, reward loyalty, gain market share or gain new markets, reinforce the other elements of marketing, reduce risk and encourage trials of products. And relationship building, well, only for some if recent research is to be believed. But never forget what brands really represent here. Value. It is becoming the dominant area of marketing and still underlines everything we discuss in marketing. In fact, there is a cost now in only thinking about marketing in a monetary sense and not thinking more about branding and building customer-based brand equity. The true cost of that strategy is that consumers and competitors won't fully understand the value of your brand other than the monetary price you put on it if that's all you make and highlight to consumers in your promotional material and your overall marketing strategy. Well, that's the finish. Very short, sharp and brief session on pricing. Takeaway from this one is just remember that pricing is not just about money, it's about value. And those value constructs can vary markedly between consumer and consumer, product to product. All right, that's it for this topic. I'll talk to you on the next one. Thanks for listening, everyone. Bye for now.